At the very beginning, I must say to you, Stylers, firstly, a big shout out to all of you. Really humbled, really grateful for all the support over the years. And I must say, this took a long time. When I looked at the amount of questions, there's so many. So I told the team that we're gonna do this in different parts. Okay, so they've managed to get me to do this, and this has been going on for a long time. So I finally sat down to do this, and they're gonna tell me the questions and I'm gonna answer it. But I just wanted to say a few words on my side that I love you, Stylers, and I appreciate each and every one of you for the love and the support towards me, towards my entire team, and most of all towards my students. My students mean the world to me. So thank you, Stylers, thank you for supporting me. I really appreciate you. And yeah, so I'm gonna answer some questions. Let's go. This is a question I've been asked many times via social media and in person sometimes. So my stage name, which you all know, Deshan Naidoo, and my South African identity document. My full name is Deshan Appana. Yes, Appana. Appana. Okay, so I am a 90s baby. I'm born in 1990 and I'm 33 years of age. And I think most of you know by now, throughout the years this was a very frequent question. When is your birthday, Styler? But I think now we officially call it Styler Day, and most of you know it's on the 7th of April. So 7th of April 1990 is when I was born. I am from South Africa. Where do I stay? I stay in Durban. I'm a proud Durban boy. Proudly South African, but proud Durban boy. Born and brought up in Durban. I do have a production team in Gauteng, but I stay in Durban. My favorite color is blue. I love blue and many shades of blue as well. Light blue, dark blue, powder blue. Yeah, I love blue. That's my favorite color. My first instrument that I ever learned formally was the tabla, and I really loved that instrument. I started to learn that at the age of 3, going on 4, and I just fell in love with the sound. I fell in love with how amazing it sounded, and it just grew from there. I mean, 30 years later, I could never love it anymore. It's amazing, and tabla has taken the music world by storm, because it's an Eastern or it's an Indian built instrument, used mainly in Indian music, but today it's become a world music. It's become a world drum. It's used almost throughout all genres of music, and so many people have taken love for the tabla, and not forgetting the intricacy, learning, and the theory that comes with all of that. So yeah, the first instrument I've ever learned, and my favorite instrument is, and it has to be, the tabla. Justin Bieber. Has to be Justin Bieber. Many reasons behind this. I think for me it's more personal, because I've been following him from his very first song to where he is currently, and I've used so much of what he does, in the American music industry. I've used all of those skill sets here in South Africa, and it worked magic. So it's like I follow him, not just the music, but everything behind the scenes when it comes to the business aspect of it, the music aspect, the show business, and the conduct of having things in place, concepts, the ideas, the strategies. It's so much more than just saying, Justin Bieber is my favorite artist because he sounds good. That's just one aspect. And of course, when it comes to singing, it'll not just be Justin Bieber. There's a lot of the English superstars, should I say, that inspired my music and what I do. And also, not forgetting, it's what I live for, the Indian artists that come from Chennai and Mumbai, like SPB, Shankar Mahadevan, Shreya Ghoshal, Hariharan, Chitra, and of course the music directors A.R. Rahman, G.V. Prakash, Anirudh, many more. I think there will never be a favorite for me, but if you ask me favorite artist, I'll always say Justin Bieber, because it's personal to me. I followed him and I've used all of this, and let's just say he has the recipe for success, and I found it there and I've used it throughout my career so far, and it's worked magic. But locally, here in South Africa, I think we have such incredible SA talent. We have amazing artists. I am proudly South African, and I think our music is so phenomenal. We have such a unique way of looking at music, and our music makes the world dance, but my favorite local artist, sadly, has passed away this year in a very tragic manner, and that is none other than the late great AKA, some of you know him as Super Mega, also recipe for success. I followed him, I still follow him, still listen to his music, quite often. So yeah, if you ask me once more again, my favorite artist, Justin Bieber, and like I said, with the rest, there's too many to name. So everybody has some sort of an influence, but on the top, it's JB. So music is my life. Everything around me is music. I've created my life that way. So if I'm not in the studio, if I'm not recording, if I'm not producing, if I'm not singing out, performing or teaching my students or doing all of that, then yeah, I'm finding time to rest, finding time to worry my beautiful mother, and I do watch some series on Netflix, Amazon Prime. Currently I'm watching SWAT. I just came across that, enjoying that. So it's normally late at night though. So when I do get a chance, apart from music, which is very rare, I find the time to rest, recuperate, and get ready to be creative again. So, and if you mean apart from music, as if what I did before doing music full time, then you gotta know I am an accountant. I have my diploma in accounting, and I used to do accounting until I surrendered to the gods of music. My parents, as a kid, while growing up, very strict. So the involvement, I think it's everything's because of them. I think they've pushed me, encouraged me, motivated me, but most of all inspired me, watching them. But yeah, they used to be very strict with me. When it came to like tabla classes, I had to report to my dad. I had to show him what is being done, what's not being done. And yeah, we used to get the knock-knocks from small. So I think it was a very grounded, very cultural, grounded, and very the value systems were very different from today's generation. And when I was brought up, and I think it was the push that came from both my parents and the encouragement that got me to where I am today. And they were very active. Like I give advice to my students and parents, my students' parents these days, about being involved, knowing what's happening. I pretty much grew up in that same environment where mom and dad used to be heads on, and check what's happening, progress, whether it was school, whether it was music, any instrument classes, and whatever I was doing. So yeah, but it was really strict. You can't talk out of turn. There's no cell phones. You can forget about that. And it was different. And I think because of that, I've got to be grateful to my late dad, Mr. Naidoo, for that discipline that he instilled. Not just me, but all his students. And yeah, my mom, very beautiful lady, but there's a side to her that we used to run when we used to get in trouble with her. But yeah, overall my parents played a very pivotal role